Hello, 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 and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is going to be video 754. Um, a week previous, kind of a week after check-in. It was about a week ago. I had 3 surgeries back to back, corrective slash kind of related to gender GCS stuff. I just want to follow up. Uh, Heads up, there will be some pictures. Highly scientific graphics department got together and made some graphics for me, but um, I did look up to see what the operations were. The first one was a urethroplasty, which the images and whatnot I've seen is mostly done for men, for penises, and it just is there's a void that forms in the urethra, and all they do is just kind of go in there and restructure it, make it a little secure. I did have corrective surgery on my urethra before because the urethra canal was closing. Um, the second surgery I had was a labiaplasty, and basically that is the images and whatnot that I've seen. Obviously, that's for women, and basically a little bit of kind of corrective plastic surgery to kind of revitalize or rejuvenate the vagina, as it were. And in my case, was to kind of help create a little more cosmetic. It really is cosmetic. Give you a little bit more lips. I don't know if your results may vary, your mileage may vary, but after I had GCS, there was no lips. I mean, it was just anyway, flat space, hole in it. There was no lips. There was no nothing. So, and then the third thing that I had done, I'm not even sure if there must be a name for it. I don't know, but basically, it just moved my urethra, and so I kind of had three surgeries done at once, and it was required. Obviously, the last video was in the hospital, required an overnight stay, and here we go a week later. I still have my best friend in the world. Well, I wouldn't say that. Um, oops, wasn't closed. I got pee all over me. That's my droid, number 2 P2, which I carry with me wherever I go. We're attached. The urethra tube just comes out and plugs into it, and kind of like a vacuum cleaner. And wherever I go, the little bag goes with me. And unfortunately, I sometimes forget to close the hatch like I just did. Got pee everywhere. Uh, with the urethroplasty, you have to have there has to be 10 days of recovery time. So I have to wait 2 more days and then I can get it out. And it just makes sense, if they're messing with a tunnel and the tube is in the tunnel running to your urethra, you have to give time for that tunnel to heal back up. So, talk about my highly scientific graphics. Um, this top picture, let's get where I can read it. This was before, and you can see there's the clitoris, which of course they make out of the end of the tip of your penis, if you have a penis. They make out of the tip of it, and they really try to retain a lot of that because there's a lot of neurons in there, and it feels really good to get stimulated, which I'm sure you know about that. If you like your penis being touched, you're gonna want a clitoris. So that's kind of in there. It's behind a little flap of skin, the clitoral hood, which again cis women have. And then this was my urethra hole, and you'll notice I drew it very, very close to the clitoris, and this is the vagina hole. That's the cavity. We talked about, you take your penis, okay, like you know, trim the skin off, and then they turn it inside out. They take the outside, you know, this is the vagina cavity, all that skin, all that sensation, that's inside of you, and that's the canal. Okay, turn the sock inside out. That's what you get. But the focus is, and you can see what I had these little wings, little lips up there, but you'll see how close the pee hole was to the clitoris. I mean, they were right next to each other. And so, you know, as I tried to stimulate it and whatnot, I was touching my pee pee. I mean, it just wasn't. And if you look on the internet, on average, um, the urethra is not sitting on top of the clitoris, and that's just the way that my surgery turned out. I have a theory. I don't know if I'm going to say a hypothesis. I don't know if it's gained enough ground to have a theory, but when I got my surgery done, I had to be below a certain BMI, which meant I had to lose 120 pounds, and I did. Okay, over the course of a year, I lost 120 pounds, 127 pounds actually. And I think what happened was, if you can imagine having a balloon and you partially deflate it, okay, partially deflate that balloon, and that's the point that you have surgery, okay. And then after I had my surgery, I regained all my weight because, again, it wasn't me, okay? It wasn't my body in its natural state. Once I began to live again, things, imagine blowing that balloon back up. And so as things, expanded and shifted from that stretching and whatnot, the final outcome was, it was fucked up, okay? This shit here together was fucked up. Okay, it may have been perfect at 127 pounds lighter, but that's not reality. So my summation of it is, I really think it's unfair to ask somebody to lose 120 pounds or to be under a certain BMI for them to have GCS. Okay, number one, I bitched and moaned about it before, but it's not right. And I understand there's certain risks, and when you're talking surgery, you want to mitigate risk and you want your patients to pull through. But again, I think it was just bad theory. On paper it sounds really good, and obviously when you're at that stage of GCS, you got your letters done, you got things are approved, you followed everything you can with the standards of care. And shit, if someone would have said, I want you to bludgeon this puppy with a baseball bat, I would have done it. You just would do anything. You do anything to have GCS at that point. So like I said, I think it's just bad practice, bad practice. And when it came to have this surgery, the surgeon didn't say, oh, no, you have to lose 120 pounds. Okay, so yeah, maybe just change. So let's talk about how things. Now, I haven't seen it. I've got a mirror, your dilation when you do the mirror, and you can see. And obviously, because I've got the urethra tube in the way, but I've kind of done a little bit of exploration. And the way things are now, the clitoris is still up at the top, and you can see the urethra has been moved down. It's been moved down and is kind of more in a, than if you look at other pictures. And granted, human anatomy, we're all going to be slightly different. No two of us are the same. Is there an ideal? I don't know. But in my case, the urethra is more in the middle and further down. And then because of the labiaplasty, I now have these two side, um, the inner lips. Okay, you have your your apologies for my laboria major and minor. I don't know. So comparison, um, have more of a lippy appearance, and the urethra has been moved down. So now me or my friend or hopefully, someday, somewhere, somebody will have fun, or I'll break out my friend, which put my friend away because I'm not allowed to masturbate until I heal. But do whatever you gotta do. Do whatever you gotta do. So that's kind of the week update. Uh, since having surgery. So yeah, this is the week. As far as the other surgery I had, I had three hernias. I had an abdominal hernia, and then I had two lingual hernias. And I still have, I won't show you, I still have the scars from that. They're still healing, and I will be off work for a total of 5 weeks between the two surgeries. The recovery time on just the GCS related stuff was 3 to 4 weeks. And so, kind of just for your own FYI, just plan accordingly. Uh, my insurance company did pay for all three, or you know how it goes. I paid for it, but we're at the negotiated rate. I haven't seen a bill yet. Um, Man, my GCS was almost 60,000 if I didn't have insurance, and so I don't know how much this will be. This was only 1 day in the hospital for observation, and the rest of it was at home. So I would expect it to be far less. Who knows? Maybe five, maybe 10,000. And obviously the other bills roll in. You pay the facility bill, you pay the surgeon bill, you pay the anesthesiologist bill. But I had my GCS here, or the revision stuff here at a facility in southern Indiana. I'm going to say PMC, Physicians Medical Center. And it was just amazing. The building itself, the facility is about 11 years old and just all modern. Well, you saw in the other video, I mean, it looked like this fantastic place. And what I liked about it, uh, in addition to having wonderful, wonderful nurses, even though I didn't have my favorite nurse, Jamie Cannon, um, uh, it the meal system was better there. It was all microwave food. Um, so I guess you'd be SOL if you needed a special diet like low salt or whatever. But they you order food when you're hungry, and so I could sleep in recovery, and then when I woke up at 3 in the morning, I could order hot food. It was just nice. It was nice, and I made mention of that in the other video too. I like as someone who is kind of taken care of other people, my daughter and whatnot, my entire life. I just like that being taken care of. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. So anyway, that's the update. That's where we are today. As far as recovery goes, I can still kind of walk around. I do only have a short battery. I can do one or two things, and then I've got to sit. But and you can't lift more than 10 pounds. And so I had to kind of make some adjustments. And thanks to my droid, I am a little mobile. They do have a smaller bag they can give you that you'll strap to your thigh, but which I did do when I had GCS. But in my aging stage now, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I walked around the grocery store like I said with number two P2 on my side, and I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck what other people think about me. So just walk up and down the aisles. And again, short period of time. But instead of buying the 12-pound bag of cat food, I bought the 3-pound bag of cat food. And, I bought smaller weight stuff, and then made several trips and everything. So it's doable. It's manageable. It's manageable. And I think that's it. Obviously, I'm in good spirits. Get to play D&D today with some fun friends, and I hope all is good in your neck of the wood. Things are definitely improving. We're in the middle of Pride Month, and I can't So relieved President Biden is there. And I hope that if you happen to be waiting on GCS, I hope that those doors will open for you soon. I hope that, I know under the prior administration there was a lot of anti trans stuff, and Nimnuts made it so that insurance companies could deny coverage. And I think that change that's just coming. It's just going to be a matter of time. We're definitely going to, I think we're going to see a second term provided President Biden lives that long. He is a little long in the tooth, as they say. But then I definitely think we're going to have a Harris presidency. Um, so we just got to give it time. Just got to give it time. Kind of like my daughter ain't going to college. She may not have to pay for college um, because they're trying to make community college part of public education. Man, can you imagine? Mm. So keep your eye on the prize, and that's it. Good luck to you, and in all that you do. Good luck in becoming your authentic self as you define it. And I will see you next time. Good luck, peace, and blessings to you, my friend. Stay awesome.